part of your box. Make sure that your box is securely on the outsides of your rail so that not one edge is going to slip inside, okay? Knees are up against the shoulder rest. You're first going to keep the spine stable as you pull with the backs of your arms, okay? It's tempting to go straight into back extension here, but I want you to do a few with a stable core, and I want you to adjust where your box placement is, because this is that kind of like setup for success piece. Like for me, I pushed my box further towards the risers. Good. Now, if you feel like you're set for the right spot, start to add back extension as you pull. So your chest lifts, you're finding that upper middle back. Again, it is subtle. It is not some big old back bend, but you are mobilizing at that T-spine, okay? And the backs of the arms should be burning too. Not gonna lie, give me 3 more. And pull it in. Nice. You got last 2. The good news is that I really only have 1 plank planned for you because this is more of a mobility-based session, but we're just gonna do a plank here right now for good measure. Come down on your forearms for me, please. Yeah, on your box. Tuck your toes on your carriage, rise up. The carriage is not gonna move because you're pressing it back into the stopper. So find the plank that works for you first. And then if you're willing and you want to, just hold your plank or bend your knees and then straighten them. Okay, not easy. Like I have to adjust my toes. I got to come forward and pull and back out and pull and back out. You've got 2 more.
And now extend the leg up, hold, shift your weight forward, bring that shin bone down to the mat. Coming into a half kneeling position, taking that foot, swing it out to the edge of the mat so that you can open up to the opposite side. Bend your knee, take a hold of your ankle, and then just come into that nice hip and quad opener. Breathe. Everybody doing okay? We're getting warm while we're doing mobility, right? Bend your knee in and extend. Just take your time. Breathe. Exhale in. Inhale. Lengthen. I promise the last series is going to be totally restorative. And extend. Hold here. Breathe. Good. And now extend that leg. Take the hand. Come around. Lift up. Press up. 3-legged dog. Foot comes down as you lower back down. Inhale, extend your spine. Press up to upward facing dog if you like. Roll through the feet, downward facing dog. Bend your knees. And sit back. Take your hands back and rest.
With this outside leg, the other leg is going to do what? Cross behind. Can you see me? Yes, you can. We're going back to this other arm. It's going back to that pedal. Test the waters, reach your other arm long, strong through your fist or through your fingers, whatever you want to do is fine by me, and bend both knees and stand it up. So now again, still focusing on that front heel. I'm looking at the floor. Yep. So my eye gaze is really focused downward and not necessarily forward, and that's okay. Good, 3 more, and then yes, we're gonna pulse on this side. 3, great, team, 2 more. Last one, hold, find your range of motion for 8 pulses, and 7, and 6, and 5, 4, 3, good quality of movement here. 2, stand it all the way up through that front leg, and 1, great job. One hand comes to the chair top, one hand comes to the pedal. Walk back behind you. Give me a big base of support in your inclined plank position. Okay, bend your chair arm to take a push-up. Okay, and then straighten it, come back, sink into the heels, take a funky downward dog. Okay, we're just gonna work in and out of these a little bit. I'm gonna move forward just because I have props behind me, just so that I feel like I have some room. Does the pedal need to make it to the base of the chair, Erica? No. With a little bit of crisscross here. So what I want you to do is I want you to see if you can lean back on those hands and crisscross the legs. Okay, maybe you can, maybe you can't, but just try it. And then lift back and uncross, recross to the other side. right? So we're just getting some subtle mobility with the feedback of that ball in between the legs. Yeah, nothing too crazy, just having a little fun. Good, and up and around and down. Good, now look, Ma, no hands. Can you try it? I mean, I don't know. So you're rolling and you're coming back, right? We did kind of some of these seated crisscrossy things without a prop in our very first session. And now we're playing with a feedback tool, right? Which creates challenge, creates instability, it creates texture for the brain body, right? Coordination element. You guys are the pros. You're making this look good. I can see you doing it on screen. Your clients in your classes are going to struggle with these types of things. And so we need to always remind ourselves that as instructors, right? Because we're kind of like, well, I can do this. It's not that big of a deal. But for your clients in classes, this will probably likely be a challenge. Good, 2 more. And drop it down. And give me 1 more here. And up and around and down. Great job. Now from here, what I want you to do is come back into that seated position. Place that ball down between your ankles. Yep. And I want you to just shimmy